Hi, my name is Brian Rode. I am currently the owner and head technician at Premier Computer Solutions here in Tallahassee, Florida. What I'll be doing for you today is a small tutorial on how to install AVG Antivirus. Antivirus is a very important computer product today. It's a $1 million sales business, but today the antivirus I'm going to show you is actually free, and you can get it on any Windows-based PC that you have. The first step, though, to having antivirus is making sure that your computer is completely clean of any older antivirus that might have come with your PC. So first, let's check on that by clicking the start button on the menu, going to your settings, and then your control panel. Once you click on that, up in the top left-hand panel, it'll say, originally it'll be in a different view. You want to switch it to your classic view instead of your category view. So once you click that, it'll switch and it'll look something like this. Once you do that, click on your Add Remove Programs, and this will bring up a list of all your programs that are installed on your machine. Now you can scroll down that list, and anything that you see that has antivirus on it, either McAfee or Norton, uninstall that first, and that'll take some time, and it'll most likely prompt you to reboot your PC, and you'll have to start from there. Now we're going to close that. The best place to get AVG Antivirus, at least for the majority of users, is either at www.downloads.com, which is sponsored by a company called CNET, which their website is clean of any viruses, or at my website, which is www.premiercomputersolutions.com. I'm going to use Premier Computer Solutions as, on my tutorial as to how to get AVG Antivirus. So first, you open up your web browser, which we already have open up here. You go to www.premiercomputersolutions.com, and the web page pops up. Now on the left-hand side, you'll have multiple links to go to each one of my web pages. All of my free software links are listed on the tab Free Software Links. So let's go there now. So we click on that. It comes up to, I've got daylight savings times patches, free anti-spyware and adware programs, and then if you scroll down, you'll see my free antivirus software. I have multiple kinds there for different types of systems. Some that you can use on Linux, some that are better for Windows machines. But we're going to do for today's tutorial our AVG Antivirus Free Edition. So we'll click on the click here to download link, and what this will do is take us to an outside web page off of my website. It's secure, so because you don't have any antivirus, you want to make sure you don't surf to any websites that could possibly infect your computer. So then what we do is we go to the third-party site, which is the downloads.com site. We click on the AVG Antivirus Free Edition 7.54. Now that's the most up-to-date version of AVG Free. So we'll click on that link. It takes a little bit of time to load, and depending on your connection speed, it might take a little bit longer to download the actual file to your computer. Now it takes us to the AVG Antivirus Free, another page, and it says right here in big blue, and then it's got a little green box next to it, download now. So we'll click that link. Now, if you're using Mozilla Firefox as your web-based browser, it'll automatically prompt you to save it as file or to cancel. Now, if you're using Mozilla, you want to save it to your file, and this will either save to your desktop or to your My Documents folder. It does that automatically. Now, if you're using Internet Explorer will actually have a little ActiveX icon menu bar pop up, and it'll say pop-up blocked. What you want to do is right-click on that menu and do Download File, and then it will prompt you to either open with or save file as. You'd want to save file as, and then it'll save it in either the My Documents folder or your desktop, whichever one you have set up. So we're downloading the file now, and it does take some time based on your connection. Right now we're downloading at around 40 kilobytes a second. If you have dial-up, it'll be significantly slower, and you probably want to rewatch this tutorial again starting once you've re-downloaded it. So okay, it lets you know once you're downloaded, and we're going to minimize the web browser now. And now, as you can see here, I've got it already on my computer and installed. So I'm going to double click. It says AVG 75 free, and it'll bring you to this welcome screen. Now on this welcome screen, you'll either have exit or next. Now you want to read the warning about this because it's very important. It lets you know that if you have any other antivirus installed on your computer, that you'd want to disable it first. So I'm going to click next because I've already checked that, as in the first step that I showed you. And then it goes into your user license agreement. You want to read, skim through some of this and read it. If not, you can always scroll to the bottom and click accept. Now it checks your system status by going through and installing the files. This takes a little bit of time, but it's well worth it in the long run. What you want to do here is it takes you to the next select installation type, which you have your standard installation and you also have your custom installation. Only do standard installation. Click next. Now it's going to automatically have a license number and your username of your computer. Leave that on there as it is and just click next again. Then it'll prompt you to finish and give you a summary of the installation type, and just click finish, and now it'll actually install more files for you to use. But anyway, we're done now. You click OK, and now you want to reboot your machine. So you turn off your computer, you go to the start menu, click turn off, and then it'll prompt you to turn off your computer, standby, or restart, and we want to restart. Now that we've rebooted the computer and we're back to the main screen, AVG should now pop up and say, congratulations, you've installed AVG. So let's click next on the menu. Then once you do that, it's going to prompt for you to check for your updates. Now make sure you're connected online again after your reboot, and then click the button check for updates. This is going to prompt you to an update screen that says, to ensure maximum antivirus protection, it's important to keep your AVG Free Edition up to date. It says select the location of the update file. Click do not ask the update source next time and click internet. So now that you've selected that, it's going to try and download the update from the AVG website. You'll see one update. It'll be called a priority update, and you want to click update. Now it's back to the same screen again as you were before, where it says check for updates. If you want to check for updates again, make sure there are any more, you can go through the process just described or click next. Now this next part of AVG's installation is very important. It's the daily scanning process. What you want to do is, it says for maximum security and simplicity, a full computer scan is scheduled daily. You can change the priority level of the scan, which is low priority, it's slower and more memory use or less memory usage, or high priority, which is faster but may slow the computer drastically. So let's leave it on low priority because that seems to be the best way. You can still use your computer while you're scanning. So let's click next. It said, would you like to scan your computer now? I'm not going to scan the computer now. These computer scans tend to take about an hour to 2 hours, depending on how many files you have and how big your hard drive is. It does a very thorough scan, so I'm not going to do that right now. So let's click next. And then to continue, to take you to the main page. Now the main page of AVG has a big button with scan computer, a big button underneath that called scan selected areas, and a big button called check for updates. This is the main page of AVG. This is when you double click the icon on your desktop computer, this is the page that it will bring you to. Before you start a scan, you want to click the big button called check for updates, and it'll walk you through the update process that we just went through. It's that simple. To scan your computer, click the button scan computer, and it'll do a full system scan. I don't recommend doing the scanning some parts of your computer unless you know pretty much what you're doing. If there's a certain virus in a certain area that you know about, scanning the whole computer seems to be the best way. That way you know you've gotten it all. And now AVG is installed on your computer and you're virus protected. Any website you go to that tries to download a virus, AVG will now pop up and automatically block it. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and if you need any more good tips or advice, go to www.premiercomputersolutions.com. Thank you.